today's illustration is one I already pre-sketched and I just wanted to do some coloring of it and watercoloring of it. Spit it out, Beck, Jesus. Of this piece. So if you've got anything unfinished or something that you want to paint, come and join me. Let's paint, let's sketch, whatever you want to do. Let's do this together while we're all sitting in isolation and we've got nothing else to do but paint and create things, because that's just what we like to do, isn't it? So the illustration that I have done today is called Girl in the River, and it is quite a sad and morbid story about a girl who has been experimented on, and she's not fully human. She looks a little bit human, but she's not fully human. But basically she was taken and she was experimented on, and they dissected her and they cut limbs off her, and once they had finished with her, they discarded her into the river, where she now lies. But because she's not fully human, she has this ability to, after a while, regenerate. So what this is portraying with the vines coming out of her chest is the revenge that she is starting to feel after she's sort of coming to and realizing what has happened to her. So these vines are portraying the revenge that she is going to unleash on these people who experimented on her. So that is the story of this poor girl in the river. This is a very green piece. I really wanted to just use a lot of my greens and mix up a lot of greens because I really do like, to be completely honest with you, green is not my favorite color. It's not even in my probably top 5 or even top 10 of favorite colors. But there is something about like this monster green that I like. It's probably the only exception to the rule that I have with green, that I just absolutely love a monster green, like this decaying green, and I have been wanting to use that green in a piece for a very long time, just basically that monster dead sort of olive green. And I really enjoyed doing this piece with all these greens and making her just look so dead and lifeless with this color. But I went through and made the vines that were coming out of her chest like a silver. I really wanted some really sort of shiny elements to this piece, which was just the vines being like a silver and also having a bit of black on them, just to really sort of make it pop a bit with some prettiness in such a morbid piece. But yeah, I did really enjoy doing this piece, and yeah, just doing all the little details on her skin just to really represent that she is not alive at this point in time, but she will be, and she will be regenerating, and she will come back with full of vengeance. So as you know, I am working on hair at the moment, really working on a lot of my weaknesses. So you're going to be seeing me do a lot of pieces in the future with hair and female anatomy and all that, because I really want to nail that, because I do know it is a massive weakness for me. And I really did have a lot of fun with the hair. Like when I knew that I was going to be doing green hair, I was just like, oh my god. So yeah, I really did enjoy doing the hair on her. Like it's okay. Like it's definitely, I do think I am improving, and I do think that I am finding like my certain style on doing hair. I do believe that this is probably how I'm going to be doing hair. That's how I feel, but I'm enjoying it, and I am really enjoying experimenting and sort of working out how I am going to be doing hair, and what my characters that I do draw, how they're going to look with with the way that I am going to be doing a lot of these things that I am working on. So yeah, hopefully that made sense. God, I'm not good with words. It's the worst, like I just have the worst grammar and the worst sentence structuring, as you already know. But yeah, it's really hard to find my words at times. But yeah, I'm just, like I said, I really did enjoy this piece. It's probably one piece that I have nearly 100% really enjoyed doing in a while again. And yeah, it's one of those pieces though where I think I went a little bit too far at the end. I get a little bit excited and start slapping like more elements into it, and I think that I probably could have backed off on a few elements that I added into this piece. Like maybe I should have added the splatters. I don't know. There's something about the piece at the end that's just a little too much. Like it's just a little bit tipped over into the too much. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this piece. She is also one of the very few paintings that I have done with full-blown nudity too, where some of the body parts on her have definitely been emphasized, and I've just sort of really stylized them a bit. But I've sort of tried and keep it all to the best sort of proportions that I can do, only because I'm only just sort of really starting to do anatomy, and I don't really want to go in and blow everything out of proportion. But there's just certain elements that I get to, and I sort of are feeling a certain way to draw them, so I just do it, and hopefully they have worked out really. But probably the one thing that I really enjoy, that I really like about this piece, is the way I did the skull art, like the skeleton arm. I was sort of a little bit worried about that, but I do think that the arm turned out really good. I'm hoping you guys agree. And I am hoping that the teal sort of water going around her body sort of goes. I was sort of worried that it was like the contrast of the colors was not going to go together, but I think it works. So yeah, that is my girl in the river. She is not a happy girl right now, so she is forming her revenge, and hopefully everyone is not being too bored in isolation. I know I'm having a great time in isolation because it's no different to what I usually, how I usually live. So I'm coping quite well, and hopefully everyone else is as well. So I will see you guys in the next one, and thank you for watching. Bye.